Hello guys, good morning. This is going to be my morning coffee point. It's actually about 10 o'clock, but I slept in, so. It's a piece of Buffalo River shirt. The lighting ain't real great right here. It's raining outside. I think it'll be okay. It's got a pattern in it. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Out next to the cortex, it's got some banding and some kind of stripy stuff, and it'll probably have a bullseye in it if I'm guessing. If I was a betting man. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to try to do this with natural tools. So let me back y'all up here a little bit. So I can do my thing with the hammer stones. So a couple of my buddies commented and messaged me and said, I think you're using copper platforms for hammerstone. You're hitting too lean of an edge, basically. Commented on the video I did using hammerstones the other day. So I think I need to hit steeper platforms and keep my strikes down more than in, because I'm so used to hitting in with that copper. It's a hard thing to make that adjustment. So I just need a little more time with the hammer stones, and I'll come around. So this is a really interesting hammerstone that I found. It's pitted. That was there when I found it, and it was slightly pitted on this side. And it had kind of it looked like it had been used to grind. It was a little bit larger than this. I've been using it for a while. This side is really rusty iron looking, almost like red ochre looking stuff. And it's, as I'm getting into the stone, it's getting a little bit harder. But it's a really gritty, grabby type of rock. I guess it's sandstone. But it's heavy. Maybe it has like a hematite in it or something. I don't know. But it's definitely something with iron. It's really red when you I don't know if you guys can see how red that stuff is. Alright. I'm chatty in the mornings. If you guys haven't noticed. I don't like that. Break the whole thing in half before I get started. You can apply support with your leg. You can, if you're just taking short flakes. It's not a real good way to get long flakes if you don't have any surface support underneath. I seen someone napping like that on YouTube the other day. They had the piece hanging way out there, hitting it with an antler and just striking it. And they were trying to get their flakes to run, and they were just falling short. The reason why is there was not any surface support, and he was hitting too far down, not enough in, I think. So I'll just try to rough this thing out first. Not quite enough. Anytime I'm working a round piece like this, like an end piece of a nodule, I get my way in to the bottom area like that a lot. I just do it naturally without really thinking about it. But what I'll do is take a flake, back this way, and then I can shoot across the bottom, assuming this is going to be my bottom, and start thinning right here. Okay, now I've got this set up to hit the steep edge right here, and knock a flake off there. Just trying to take this down. The colors in this thing, I'm guessing, are going to be shallow out next to the cortex. I don't see anything coming in here, so I'll probably want to work really to this side. Try to capture some of those colors right underneath this cortex. That'd be our best bet. Oscar was saying he could hear it, that hammerstone I was using in that last video that was a little too hard. And I agree 100%, Oscar. I noticed that too. I didn't say anything, but I could tell it sound. You can just hear that. It's a little bit too hard, and this here might be a little too hard for this one. As long as it's raking the edge and grabbing the edge a little bit, which this is pretty good for doing that, you're usually okay. But if it's too hard of a hammerstone, you'll get a really pronounced bulb of percussion, and your flakes will be kind of more scoopy, and you'll be crushing. If you hit on the edge, you'll be crushing it instead of taking flakes. It's a good kind of a telltale sign that your hammerstones might be a little too hard. Let's see if I can show you all the difference. I have a real soft one around here. I think I was having trouble finding one. A little red one. I don't know where it went. A little red sandstone. One that I like a lot. What's this thing? This thing looks pretty soft. Yeah, this one is a soft one. So I'm sure that's not coming through on the phone. It seems like anything high pitch gets like canceled out or ends up sounding like a thud. I noticed on some of my videos, I'll be like, man, you guys, you hear that ringing? And it'll be going thud, thud, thud. So, you're like, it's got deaf or what? Yeah, this is going to be a better hammerstone, I think. Yeah, those bands are getting pretty up in here. Okay. I'm not gonna, it's too steep and I'm hitting that cortex, so what I'll do is take a little flake back this way, a little relief flake. That'll clear that cortex and give me the right angle there to do what I want to do, which is drive this mass off, take it down to this plane. Probably get a couple more in here just to kind of get our balance coming in there. Now I am kind of hitting in, but I've got the surface support because I'm using my leather leg pad with this hammerstone. I'm getting those flakes to run. Okay, I want to hit here, but I've got cortex, so just clear that off. Now look at it. Perfect. Okay, now we're getting leveled out there. I've got a little void or something going on right there. I'd like to get under that if I could, maybe from this edge. Go ahead and take care of that. It's the sharp. Should probably actually put a glove on. Anytime you're working with a tool that you're not familiar with or you haven't worked with for a while, never a bad idea. Seems like that's when I get cut. Got 18 right hand gloves laying here. No lefties. Imagine that. Alright, where are we at? What am I doing? Okay. I'm going to try to start up here and get a little one and then try to follow that on down and get up underneath this thing here. I'm going to start at the tip because I got to remove this mass anyways. Got a little one there that isolated this. Man, I've got this bump on here and there's actually a little step fracture. It's a mess right on top of that platform. Absolute train wreck. I need to hit right where this big glob of stuff is. And that, if I hit that, it ain't gonna be good. So what I need to do is knock that off there. Okay, so that's a lot better now. I can get that flake to go right in there. I don't want to shoot it straight in. I want to keep them going this way. so now that's isolating this in front of it a little bit more, exposing that raise in it, that surface. Okay, keeping convexity. They're not driving in there and scooping out like they would be if I was using like a solid copper. You can get scoopy flakes, especially with the harder hammerstone, but I'm just trying to maintain my convexity, I guess is what I'm saying. This stuff is flaking really nice. I don't have to get under that right at this moment, so I got the convexity there to do it. Do it on my next go around. No worries. Just hope it's not too bad. Okay. Got really nice convexity going. Got all this extra width. I'm just kind of bringing it in a little bit. He was also saying with the harder hammerstone and harder materials in general, when you're striking it, if your tool is bouncing off the edge when you're hitting it and it's not following through, your flakes are going to fall short and you're going to be getting step fractures and stuff. So you really want to concentrate on your follow through. You don't want to just be holding this tool loose and it bing, bouncing and stuff. You'll get that some with steel. You need to have some weight behind it, and that momentum really helps. All right, so we're underneath the cortex a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see how pretty that is. You see it jump in my hand, it bounced. I wasn't supporting it well enough. Now with the proper support, that flake did exactly what I wanted it to do. If you take anything from this video, that little bit right there will help you out. If your piece is bouncing around your hand, once you start using support and seeing how the difference it makes, you won't stop doing it, I promise. It'll be something that you just keep doing. And you'll start noticing when you're not using it. If you forget to use the proper support, you'll notice it immediately. Like, why is that bouncing around in my hand? Why didn't that flake work? Granted, sometimes you allow it to move. You allow a little bit of movement to get the flake you want to run as far as you want. But when you're really trying to get one to go, you need that support. Tighten it up. A lot of times I'll push my tool into my hand, the workpiece like that, and I can kind of establish my support, before I hit it. You don't want to be tightening up right when you smack the stone at the same time, trying to tune up your support. It'll be hard to do. Okay, maybe I can switch over to my moose antler. Try that. I need to be isolating my platforms. Oh, hammerstone there works pretty good. I didn't even try you. There we go. Get something going here. That was bad platform. Stuff flakes so good, you just touch it and it flakes pop off. looky there. What in the world was that? Pretty wild looking. It had a pocket in there and a flake jumped down in it. It's kind of, I don't know what that is. Iron or something. Looks like it was growing in there. Pretty wild. What are you yawning about down there, Noodle? Yeah. Why don't you get up here and take you a little kitty nap? Good day for it. Alright. So, I need to obviously get rid of this now. Take it down to that level. I'm going to try to work into this from up here a little bit. Make sure I'm in frame. There's an unreleased flake in there. Okay. That's the one I really needed there. Now I can come back and reduce this. I'm going after that real steep edge. I want them to go deep because I got to get down there to match this plane down here. This edge is getting too low, so I need to, or too high. I'll lower it. Moving it this direction. So when I flip it, it's lower. Gotta get that steepness I want. I think there might have been some cracks in that edge. Didn't allow that flake to go. might have seemed a little hasty, but I need to eat up some of this width. I'm just wanting to make probably a dovetail or harden or something out of this. That edge was too lean and too high. So I got this, the very edge is rolled over right there, and that helps a lot with a hammerstone. So it looks like it might be too lean from far away, but it's actually, I've got the very edge of it really rolled over. And that will give that hammerstone a place to marry up with, if I can hit it. Come on. Should be out planting my ginseng seeds today in this rain. They love it when you plant them in the rain. Too lean, too lean, too lean. I'm going to switch over to this elk antler and see what I can do with it. I really like this thing, more so than any other antler tool I have. I'm going to try to work my way up this edge, and actually, let me see what I need to do here. Probably need to get up here and remove a little bit of this mass, get this flattened out a little bit. Let me go ahead and try to get this stuff worked out. I'd like to get that worked out of there now, but looks like I'll have to come this way first and then go back after it. Help take that down a little bit there. Nice. See how good this thing works? Man, it grabs the edge so nice. So I just picked a spot right on that broad continuous platform on that edge, because the whole thing's rolled over right here, and I just hit it like I'm in it. Gave it a little bit of support. Really like this elk. Everybody always says elk's too soft to use, but maybe I just got a really good one, lucked out. I've used this thing for 2 years, hitting a indirect stick with it. For probably at least a year and a half. So I've got this little bump sticking out there. I'm gonna get rid of him. Now, see if I can get another one to run in here. That was not very pretty. Got a bump on that platform there. Why it won't go. I messed the edge up. That seems to work pretty good. Just dull the edge with your antler. Maybe I need to be taking a lot more little bitty edge preparing flakes. That's kind of cool. I can choke up on it and use it like that. Hit that a little bit too low. I meant to hit it up a little bit higher. No, I didn't. I hit it too high. I meant to hit it a little lower. Or no, yeah, I didn't meant to hit it right here. I hit that ridge and it took the whole bottom portion off. Thinned it out though. Come on, baby. Trying to muscle them off here because I have my edge all messed up. Sometimes that's the easiest thing to do, is just kind of dull it all up and then just try to knock it off. Just fold it off the edge. Okay, so now then, quite a bit of thinning left to do. Well, that worked good. You guys see that? I'll have to review this one. It might be all over the place. Okay. Nice. I hit that thing an inch higher than I intended to. Hit all the way down here. Trick is taking all these little short little flakes without stepping it up. I'll switch over to back to my elk. See, I can get a little more velocity, and this is a little softer, I think. Seems to grab the edge a little bit better. take these little short flakes kind of going right into the edge, get them to go in there and just go real short without stepping. That really gives you a nice rolled edge for thinning the other side. Starting to come in there. Okay. Get that thing out of my way. Make a nice pretty agate basin, huh? That's not right. I get this bump here and there's steps right there on the edge. So I need to not hit that. It's as important to know what not to hit as it is what to hit. For sure. Oops. Gotta zoom back out, Brad. It's actually looking pretty good. I'll go ahead and maybe just take a few more down through here. Bump right there. Nothing a little sandstone, hammerstone won't take care of. I'll still be doing copper stuff too, guys, but I'm gonna be doing a lot more of this abo work. I'm ready to. My whole plan was to kind of learn how to flint knap with copper and then transition to antler and stone, but I can see that for many many reasons I'll continue to use copper in the future, but I want to get really good with natural tools. It's been my goal all along, and I'm just now starting to really give it a fair chance, so I hope it works out good. It's going to take me a while to get get in the groove. That edge just this rolled the wrong direction. If I'm gonna have any chance at getting a flake right there, I'll have to roll that very edge, just shear it back to where it's facing this way. Went. I didn't need to hit it again. It's kind of the cool thing with antler too. You can get away with hitting a platform more than once a lot of times. This thing is getting kind of long, pushing an hour. So I'll probably just stop it right there, guys. And my morning coffee point, playing around with some natural tools. Just shooting the breeze, talking smack, you know. Alright, y'all. I hope some of that was helpful. I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a good day.